SBG enthusiasts from around the world, welcome to another episode of P&P. We'll get the formalities out of the way. Today's beverage of choice is a Kronenbourg Blanc 1664. It is a French beer, it is a wheat beer, and it is, as I say in just about every video, magically delicious. So cheers, boys. And I mean, who doesn't like drinking out of a blue bottle? That's sweet. Good beer. Highly recommend it for our European counterparts. I'm sure that it is a favorite over there. Picking up steam here in Canada. I know you're finding it a lot of places on tap now, so that's cool. Perfect. So now that that's out of the way, what's going on this week? This week, Taylor Sinstad had an event in Brantford at Council Fires, which is another convention here in Canada. To my understanding, he was running a demo game as well as a tournament, so kudos to him for promoting the hobby. From what I hear, everything went well. This happened Saturday. I'm filming Sunday. A little behind the 8 ball this weekend, but had lots going on. So that's the event for the weekend. Hopefully it went well. Everybody had a good time. Coming up in the next 2 weeks, we have Council of the Wise, and that one I am working my tail off for. I'm able to attend this one. I'm going to be playing in this one. Interesting format, different setup, different scenarios. It's not your standard tournament. Large focus on Magic. Derek and Ronan have put together some tailored events, tailored scenarios specifically for dragons and casters and things of the like. So it is 600 point force, if I'm not mistaken. Please, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me, because I gotta make sure I got this straight. 600 point force with a 200 point herald, which is basically a caster. You can find the information pack on the OSBGL. That's the over there finger. Anyways, looking forward to it. So I gotta get the army together. OHA George is actually coming by tomorrow evening. We're gonna do a little bit of play testing, maybe get the first game done in the Forge. I know it's fairly recent that I built this, but I haven't played in it yet, and it's an absolute mess with everything that's been going on. I'm sure everybody's hobby stations it will reflect their schedule, I guess, so to speak. But I've had a lot going on, so there's a lot of different projects sort of skewing about the room. So I got to tidy that up, maybe get a game in. I definitely want to play test some of these scenarios that are going on. So I got to figure out a list. I got to figure out my 600 points, which would have been easy for me, except for the fact that Derek and Ronan have decided that you can't take a siege engine. So that's my Iron Hills list. Kind of had the legs cut from underneath it, which is not a very large amount of leg. But anyways, yeah, losing my ballista is big for me. I love the ballista. I play the ballista all the time. So whether or not I'm going to go Iron Hills or if I'm going to try something else out, I'm not sure. Need to come up with a decision on that fairly quickly. So, but what's been keeping me busy here, you'll see some posts on the Facebook group and Instagram. I want to take a minute and thank everybody who's been jumping over to the Instagram. We've had a real influx in people. We're almost at 300 followers, which is amazing. YouTube's doing great, Facebook's doing great, so thank you guys very much. Glad you're enjoying the content. We're going to keep on cranking her out. But I've been working my tail off on some painting of miniatures for the event that are going to be given out as prizes. So my own humble skills, please do not be expecting a crystal brush or a golden demon effort here, but I've been doing my best to give you something presentable, I guess. And then attached to that are going to be 4 custom bases that will act as small terrain tile corner pieces. I went with the corner pieces just because, I'm not going to be able to match whoever's board wins this. I have no idea what their board layout was going to be, so I figured a corner would be a good transition point. Gives you a nice little display piece or whatever, whether it just goes into the cabinet of the miniature or if you don't like it and you just get rid of it. I don't really care. Anyways, working on a few different themed ones for that to go along with the miniatures. The miniatures that I'm painting are Blue Wizards. which is cool, I guess. Blue Wizards, haven't done them yet, so that's fun. There's some special profiles for this event, so it's really focused on these guys, the Astari. So I wanted to make sure that I was giving these terrain pieces the flavor that reflects the miniature itself. So you know, you got one that's sort of like an Asian theme, one that's kind of like a monk, another one that's sort of an Egyptian desert feel to it, and then sort of like a wanderer, I would call it. So I think I've picked up a few. If you look on the website or on the YouTube, or not YouTube, if you look on the Facebook group, the first one with the bridge and the water effect, that is supposed to sort of have a little bit of an Asian flair to it, which is why the color variation is sort of all over the place. So let me know what you think about that. I'm hoping that I at least got some of it. The next one that I've got on the bench this morning that I got done is the I'm gonna say the monk, sort of like ruined field stone with overgrown brush. Well, you're not here, we'll give you a quick P&P special sneak peek. So that is going to be for the monk. So just nothing crazy here, guys, just basic stuff. You know, nothing in comparison. I know OHA George did some proper awards for Evan's event, which you know, he was a scale modeler before this. He was used to working with that stuff. That's amazing. Did some fantastic stuff, so kudos to him, but I'm not that guy. Give me a chunk of MDF and some glue some shit to it. You're right on. Good stuff, so cheers to that. But we're going to do our best to make it look pretty. You know, Derek has been amazing at supporting the OHA, helping us grow. So, you know, when it came time to give back at his event, we definitely wanted to step up to the plate and do that. We will be bringing four to five tables that are going to be making the journey down to help supplement Derek's terrain, you know, augment his setup, I guess. So looking forward to that. We're just bringing some scatter pieces. I don't think any of the sort of marquee boards are going to be coming. I think it's pretty well scatter. Just logistically, transport of those boards is quite difficult. George does an amazing job at moving a 4x4 you know, replica of Rivendell. It gets to be a little nerve-wracking for Jason, especially you know, the journey from here to Kitchener for me is going to be about 2.5 hours, which is great. For those of you who don't know, I was born and raised in Kitchener, so nice to be going home, be able to see my parents, spend some time with them before the event, give Derek a hand, you know, maybe setting up and stuff, and then looking forward to it. So don't know what's going on the Saturday night. Be nice to, you know, maybe get some of the boys together, do some beer and wings. I don't know who is all attending and is confirmed yet. Truth be told, I don't even know if Evan's going. I haven't heard from him. I believe he is. George is going. You know, so it'll be interesting to see who else is attending. I got to check the site, get caught up on sort of what's going on. Had sort of a busy week at work, which is you know, dog shit, because I can't keep up with everything that's been going on. Usually I've been really trying to make an effort to stay up and current within the community. You know, trying to follow the videos and all the discussions that are going on, but kind of slacked off the last couple weeks. Just a lot going on in life and a lot going on at work. So, but I'm gonna get ramped back up here. Got to get in the zone, so to speak, to get ready for the tournament. After Derek's event in November. So for those of you who don't know, it's November the 4th in Kitchener. Council of the Wise. Check it out on the OSBGL site. You know, if you're able to attend, highly recommend it. Sounds like a fun event. There's some pretty cool options. You know, you can create your own profile, all this fun stuff. You know, there's some cool things in that pack. So check it out on the OSBGL Facebook group. After that event, I do believe the next event that we will be participating in is going to be Michael's event in Toronto, which I believe is the GT. I'm not entirely sure. So, you know, I want to get some more details on that so that we can start plugging that for sure. You know, that one sounds like it's going to be a good time, you know, maybe a weekend away type thing. So looking forward to that. After that, Obviously, we've made a couple announcements with regard to Hotlead. We're kind of in a, what do I want to say, a holding pattern right now, waiting on some information. I do believe it is still a go. Nothing to concern anybody with there. It's just going to be format, size, etc. So for those of you who are watching and are local to the Ontario region and who are planning on attending Hotlead 2018, let us know in the comments below. What do you want? Do you want a 2-day event? We have the ability to host a full 2-day event, be it doing something fun on the Friday night with the GT on Saturday, or if we want to really stretch it out and do a large GT, we have the capability of doing maybe, let's say, 2 games the Friday night, 3 games, or maybe 4 games on the Saturday. I'm new to this, don't know about formatting and number of games and that stuff, so please chime in on the bottom. Tell us what you want. For those of you who attended KegsCon, you know what to expect at an OHA event. What flavor do you want? What are you looking for in the OHA's second event? Obviously with it being Hotlead, it is going to be a much larger venue. We really want this to be marquee and sort of knocked out of the park as the larger of the 2 events that we're going to host throughout the year. And that is going to be in March, so look up Hotlead 2018. There's going to be more information to follow. An event will be created at some point once we get all of the final logistics, knocked out. So, but please chime in. Let us know what you want. Let us know game format, recommendations, suggestions, like whatever you got, guys. Leave it in the comments below. We would be happy to take your input. This would be obviously our first 2-day event, and I'm not oblivious to the fact that a 2-day event obviously means more cost for everybody. Because generally you're going to require a hotel room for at least 1 night, if not 2. So, realize that there's a little bit of cost associated there. Pardon me. So, just want to make sure that everybody's getting, bang for their buck. Stratford is conveniently located in the middle of the province, or at least middle of our sort of territory of the province. It's just outside of Kitchener, not too far. Beautiful town, beautiful place, very nice place to visit. So if that's something that interests you, then please make sure to follow us and wait for it to pop up, and then you guys can hit that button that says that you're coming. This one will obviously be different than our first event. There will be pre-event ticket sales, basically to help with prize support. We had an absolute blast doing KegsCon. It was so much fun meeting all the new people and giving, at least locally for our area, sort of the hobby that shot in the arm that I think it needed, which was great. But this event will most certainly be a more expensive event. I mean, there's no other way to put it. The KegsCon was $10. That didn't even come to the OHA. It went to the club that was running the convention, which is fantastic. This one here, we're definitely going to want to supplement it so that we can make sure that the prize support stays on par. And that's, again, full disclosure, the sort of hiccup right now at this point is trying to figure out how we can integrate the cost of the convention into the tournament. Because as it stands right now, for a a weekend pass at Hotlead, which gives you the Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, I believe it's $25. So whoever plays in the tournament is going to be looking at paying that $25 plus whatever the entrance fee to the tournament becomes. Again, anybody with suggestions or ideas, please chime in. Obviously, we want to keep it as manageable as possible without sacrificing the quality of the event. So, lots of discussion, lots of things to figure out, iron out, but rest assured it will happen, and we will sort through it for sure. So, other than that, that's it. Some of you may have noticed on the Facebook group that we have a new video segment on its way. Somebody has finally figured out how to get OHA George on camera for more than like one video every 6 to 8 months, which is great. takes some of the pressure off of the big guy here. But George is going to be getting behind the camera or in front of the camera or both, I guess, whatever. And he's going to be, it's going to be just like about everything else in the OHA. Pretty loose format, nothing formal. You know, and he's going to be basically doing some terrain work on camera, so be sure to check that out. It's going to be cool. Other than that, guys, that's all I got. That's it for P&P. You know, stay tuned to the channel and see what's going on, and we will catch up with you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by.